Yo, what is good? My anime faithful. What is good, yo? We have a show to talk about. The Rise of the Shield Hero, guys. I am so angry right now. And I honestly am just angry with the fact of the beginning of the episode. But man, like I have never felt so angry at a show in my life besides when we were watching like Kimito find out about Asuna being like strung up and stuff like that. Like, bruh, I wanted to go into this show and beat so much ass. But that's how you know you got yourself into a good story is when even the villains or the people who are trying to protect themselves and they're being guilty of pretty much just saving themselves. This is kind of where I can tell that the show itself is going to be ridiculous. It has emotion, it has character, it has so much going for it that if you're not watching this show, it's definitely something you should be looking into picking up sooner than later, simply because there's no reason not to watch a show that's kind of traversing into its own category of anime when it comes down to the actual story, how the hero is being treated, not to mention what the hero is considering after being treated the way he's being treated. So there's a lot to be digest, and that's what I mean by there's no reason why people shouldn't be watching this, because I feel like this is the future of anime, like it's been for the beginning of 2018, where all animes that are very good, that are brand new, that are, have the company behind them for the first time ever, and they're making the show. Somehow these same shows are getting adaptations or second seasons, third seasons right off the bat after we're seeing, content for the first time ever in the anime of it. It's then being talked up and saying, hey, this show is amazing, and people want it faster. And back in my time when, freaking a lot of shows actually that I watched, they didn't even get second seasons because they didn't hit their mark. They didn't make any money. They didn't build up any buzz. I mean, sure they did with the people that I was talking to, but we're only such a handful of people that can spread so much knowledge about a show compared to somebody who's like, a PewDiePie or freaking any big anime YouTuber that can just get 52K viewers to go and check out whatever the heck they're talking about whenever they talk about it. So that's kind of where I want to be. I want to be in a position where even the shows that seemingly weren't the best in people's eyes are still getting a fair review because it might be the best show in other people's eyes. So I would love to have my channel like that, to have it in a situation where we can talk about shows that just don't get the respected respect, and maybe put some respect on its name. So we'll see how this channel goes. As I can see it already, it's been really fun, but a lot of people are falling off again. Like I haven't talked to some people in quite some time, and I hope you guys are doing all right if you're watching this. But yeah, if the channel dies and there's nothing left for me really to do on the channel, then probably will still be here reviewing. Like I enjoy what I do. That's the whole point of why I'm doing it. I'm not doing it to make just friends. I'm not making it doing this just to, feel cool or anything like that either. I'm literally doing this because it's what I want to do. It's what I choose to do. And as of right now, um, I'm hoping that I can make a bunch of friends that I can talk to while doing it, because it just makes it that much more entertaining for me to know that there's people out there listening, and there's people out there who actually want to hear my opinion on series, or maybe want to get into a new series and can't because they heard all these negative things about it. And I'm always going to be honest, so if I do say something negative about it, it's probably because there was something else in the show overall that kind of made it that way, and I'll explain in detail why I think it's a negative instead of just saying, oh yeah, I don't like it, and then moving on. So if anything, I think that's the reason why a lot of people like my content, is because regardless of if I say I like something or dislike it, I'll give you a concrete answer why I have said those things. I don't just walk away from it after being said. So this show, man, oh my god. I wanted to punch the king in the face. I wanted to punch the girl working with the spear hero in the face, and I wanted to punch the spear hero in the face. I wanted to punch everybody in the audience in the face. Everybody in this show is catching the hands from me if I ever meet them. Period. Like, I truly don't understand why they're so idiotic. I can't wait to see the spear hero become the biggest loser of all times and probably do something where he picks up more than he can chew. I can't wait for these moments because they need to happen to make my shield hero look as good as he is. So um, I am fully in for letting the shield hero straight up take all the clout and stuff. But the only problem with me is if he gets if he gets anything from these people, he's not gonna want it, man. He doesn't like any of these people. He doesn't care what they can offer him at this point. All he wants to be offered is to leave. And now that he's actually understanding that his sword, his friend, his companion will always be on his side, it definitely was the saving grace of this week's episode, because he was about to straight up like die. Like the shield was about to take this man's life or something. Or if not take his life, give him a power so powerful that he would become the next wave that they needed to defend against or something. Like the man was starting to get the looks of the pre-credits, and because of that we can kind of tell that it does something to him overall. And when that is done to him, it looks like he just goes ballistic. And I'm hoping that he uses that at a good time and it's actually something that helps him. But at the same time, I hope it's something that puts fear in all of the other heroes, like as if they see it or something, and, you know, truly puts them on a speaking level of, okay, maybe if we did lose a shield hero, we're not going to win, type of deal, you know. So I know that's a little bit a lot to ask, but at the same time, these shows, anything is really possible. So I can see this show where the shield hero literally just continuously does the thing that he did like last week and save the villagers. You know, he could not even end up in the real battle and end up just saving more civilians than anyone else did, besides, you know, the people who think that they're saving the whole entire world. You can't tell them any different, right? um, but absolutely amazing stuff with this duel. This duel was absolutely hype. It was kind of sad that he almost got cheated out of all of this, even though he was absolutely wrecking the shield guy, he was absolutely wrecking the spear guy, even though he had some really cool abilities, chaos spear and lightning spear, or lightning strike, something like that. All pretty dope moves, but at the end of the day, they weren't nothing. He ain't nothing. And it just sucks that our hero, who's a pretty chill guy and overall like worthy of being praised and worthy of having friends and stuff, he's just getting shafted, man. He's getting treated so badly. And to think that we're gonna have to probably continuously watch this, knowing that the king and his daughter are the ones who pretty much started all of this fiasco. Um, it just hurts to know that we can't do anything. We're literally like the sword in this situation. We can only just continue to be here for him and watch his journey. It's not like we can step in and break the king's nose, even though he deserves it, stuff like that. But we can't, and we're gonna have to suffer for it. But yeah, we are definitely going to see some ridiculous character development for these two characters, and I absolutely love their relationship already. The best part of the relationship just now was seeing the little demi-human as a little kid. Like, I don't think people understood the reasoning behind that, and that's because even after all the time they've been through, he was trying to act like a tough guy. He was trying to act like nothing really mattered. He wanted to be that type of person. And it was working because for a while he didn't see her even progressing. He didn't see her as someone who's grown at all. He still saw the little kid, and it was really funny to see that because he's the one who gets treated like a kid at the end of this episode simply because he needed to hear a simple line that was already told to him. He just didn't hear it at that time and point, so it's like he never heard it at all. And yeah, I think we're in for quite a bit of a show, guys. Like, this anime knows how to really portray a hero, and not only how to portray him, but how to completely and utterly just knock him down to zero and make him absolutely feel like crap. So I'm honestly scared to see what the show can do to this character to continuously push him. I mean, to see that it almost looked like he fabricated seeing her get her curse mark removed because he was just so in shock that it was even happening in the first place. So that was also very interesting in my opinion. Like, he his whole entire psyche of his mind was like going against him as soon as he pretty much was tricked. People weren't helping him when the interference happened. He just had so many things that were already against him that it didn't help when you reach out for help and everybody's kind of just there laughing at you, almost like, oh, well, why the heck would he, like the king said, why would we listen to scum? That is his own words verbatim. So these are the types of people that deserve to have the wave show up at the castle inside of the throne room and just eat the king alive, but that would be too easy. I want it to be nice and painful and slow, including for the girl with the red hair. My God, I can't wait for her to lose everything. I want her to lose everything. Everything. And then after she loses it all, she should die. Twice. She should be brought back to life and killed again. Just for my amusement. Like, holy crap, she is so cancer. Oh my God. I hate her so much, guys. But, my bias aside, somehow this anime has created multiple upon multiple characters that I absolutely wish I could destroy, and any show that usually does this really gets under my skin towards the end of it all, I should say. As in, when the show ends, I still see red. Like, he's clearly not going to take out these people that did him wrong. He's clearly not going to do anything like that, in my opinion. But if he does, that would be amazing. I will love this show forever. But he's not going to do that. There's no point, because once he makes his mark, once he leaves, all the heroic things he does in their world, they'll have to acknowledge him. And that probably to him is more than anything, because to be acknowledged as someone who did something right and as someone who was saving, completely goes against what he's been going through since the beginning of the show. And if he could at least get that, I'm pretty sure he would be somewhat happy. Maybe not the happiest, but he would feel, I feel like I would feel a little bit better knowing that the same people who were talking down on me now have to make up stories of, my heroics. They have to tell people of what I've done, and that would be hilarious to be able to get to watch. But knowing that he's gonna get sent back to his own world, you probably can't. um, I mean, the spear guy challenging to a duel, him going into the fight, him then losing the fight and getting help from his subordinate, all of this stuff was done, and they all just didn't care. No one cared. Like, all of this was set up, and they're just like, wow, the shield hero is a dickhead. Like, we should definitely kill the shield hero. Whatever. Like, whatever the queen and whatever the princess and the king says is law. So, I'm looking forward to what this show has to bring. So, with that, my anime people, I will talk to you in the next one. I can't wait to see what we get. Let me know what you guys think is coming next. You think the shield hero will ever be treated the way he deserves, or are we just going to be in a series where he's going to get treated like trash all the time, even until he leaves? And when he leaves, he's going to leave something amazing, like saving the whole entire world, and still be looked down upon. So, with that, everybody, I hope you have a great day, night, evening. I'm not sure if anything else is coming out on this channel today, but if it does, I will talk to you then. But if not, make sure you guys hit that notification bell and subscribe to your boy, the Anime G, because you don't want to miss any videos that I'm going to be dropping sooner than later. So with that, everybody, peace.